Hey guys, welcome back to another What's for Dinner video. I have got 3 really easy and delicious recipes to share with you, so let's get right into it. So I'm getting a head start on tonight's dinner. Today is my errand day. I'll be out grocery shopping and I like to keep dinner really simple on those days, either with leftovers or just picking up a rotisserie chicken or a slow cooker meal. So what we're gonna have is buffalo chicken wraps, and I need some cooked chicken. So I have a large chicken breast in this crock pot. This is, or slow cooker. This is my smaller one, so it's kind of hard to gauge. I don't know how big it is, but it's definitely smaller. But there's just one very large one in there, and I just covered with water to make sure that it does not dry out. And I seasoned with some salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. And we're just gonna put this on low for 5 to 6 hours. And then when I get home and get all my groceries put away, it won't take very long to get dinner together. All right, so once it is time for dinner, we are just chopping up some veggies. You can do whatever you want, but we are having some buffalo chicken bacon wraps. I have to make sure I got that right. So Jesse's chopping up some lettuce. He's also chopping up some tomatoes, and I'm pretty sure he just stuck a slice of that in his mouth for a snack. I notice these things when I'm editing, so that was funny. And I'm adding some of this Frank's Red Hot sauce on our chicken. He cut that up or shredded it. I'm not totally sure because I wasn't looking. And I'm just putting on all the hot sauce, put on buffalo wing sauce, whatever you want to do to make your chicken spicy. We also shredded up some cheese. This was a busy night and rush for dinner, so I didn't catch all the bits and pieces, but you get the idea here. So we're just gonna put some of this chicken on our flour tortillas, topped with a little bit of cheese. And then we're just popping these in the microwave just for a few seconds to melt the cheese. Like I said, we're going quick and simple, not complicated here. So now I'm gonna make up mine. Now, when I was making mine, I remembered the whole bacon thing. Jesse forgot, so I've got these little bacon pieces from Aldi. And I had buffalo chicken wraps at restaurants before that included bacon on theirs, and so I was like, yeah, I think I need to do that. So clearly I put way more bacon on mine than he put on his. Either I like it more than he does, or I have less self-control. And then we topped ours with some sour cream, some lettuce, and tomato. But of course you can top this with whatever your toppings are that you like. And I pretty much did the same thing as him, just a little less tomato. I am trying to like tomato, and I like tomato in things, but I don't love tomatoes by themselves, so I have them in small doses. Anyways, these are super simple, quick, and easy, which is the theme for this video, so I hope you're ready for another quick and easy dinner. We've got some steaks. They had been sitting out, again, coming to like a room temperature, which is why they were like leaking juices, so I cleaned that up here. Yeah, see, all better. And I'm just gonna season both sides with some salt, garlic powder, and onion powder, and then I covered them up with some plastic wrap until Jesse was ready to put them on the grill. And I asked him to get me a shot of the food being grilled, and this is about all I got, but there you have it. We got the steaks on the grill, and now we're making some mashed potatoes. I just peeled and cubed up my potatoes, boiled them till they were done, drained them, and I'm just giving them a rough mash with about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter, a splash of regular almond milk, and then whatever sour cream was left in the container, which maybe was a tablespoon. I make my mashed potatoes based on what I have on hand. So we're gonna keep this really simple, and then I'm gonna season with some salt. I also, on the back of the stove there, have some green beans that are being steamed. Oh yeah, I also added some garlic powder to the mashed potatoes. So I do these different each time, but I just thought I'd show you what I was doing here. And they were really good. So winging it works. Now we're also gonna have some corn. So I've got my pot of water boiling. We dumped in a good amount of salt, and we're gonna just pop in our 4 ears of corn and let those boil for just a couple of minutes. They only take, I don't know, what is it, like 4 minutes? Something like that. I don't know, I have to look it up every time because I can't remember, but they're super quick to make. And this was our dinner. Really good, Very simple, no like recipes, but absolutely delicious summer meal, so I consider that a win. For this next one, I needed some ranch seasoning and I was out, so I'm making it. I will have the recipe linked below, but I think I know it by heart. I might be wrong, so check the link below because what I say right here might be wrong. But I have a half a cup of this cultured buttermilk, and then we're going to do a tablespoon of parsley and a teaspoon each of, let's see, we got dill weed, onion powder, minced onion, garlic powder, and salt, I believe. And you do pepper if you like pepper. I don't like pepper, so I don't include it. Put it in a jar, shake it up. Make sure you keep this in the refrigerator. And you are going to, open buttermilk needs to be refrigerated. And about 2 to 3 tablespoons equals a packet of ranch seasoning. So like I said, I'll have that written out below for you. I don't remember where I got the recipe for it, but I love it. And now we're moving on to the recipe. So I will have this recipe linked for you below. You do not need to make your own ranch seasoning, but we are going to do a chicken bacon ranch sheet pan meal. Bacon's been a theme this week, guys. It's just been a theme. So we are peeling and dicing, not peeling, we're just dicing up potatoes. I just scrubbed them really good, so I did not peel them. And we're just going to toss them in a bowl. We're going to drizzle them with some olive oil and then sprinkle on some ranch seasoning and give them a toss. I did not measure this, but I just kind of eyeballed it based on the recipe, but feel free to measure it if you're more comfortable with that. So we're going to give these potatoes a nice toss, and then we are going to put them on a baking sheet that has been lined with aluminum foil and sprayed really well. Next, we're going to do the same thing with some frozen broccoli. Going to toss that in the bowl with some olive oil and some ranch seasoning. Now I am going to say the recipe states to put everything on the pan at once. For me, the broccoli came out way too cooked, a little too mushy for me. Everything else was perfect. So going forward, if I make this again, which I probably will because it was really delicious, I will probably put the chicken and potatoes in the pan for about 20 minutes and then, or about 10 minutes, and then add the broccoli and do it the remaining time. That's my personal preference and recommendation, but you know, do it how you want. So I have 2 chicken breasts and I am just cutting them up into bite-sized pieces, wanting them approximately the same so that they cook somewhat evenly. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to toss this in a bowl with some olive oil and some ranch seasoning and mix it all together. And then we're going to add that onto the sheet pan as well. Now I'm taking, I think this was 4 pieces of bacon. We're going to cut this up and then disperse this on top of all of the things on the sheet pan. This is another thing. I felt like the bacon didn't cook enough. The chicken and potatoes were perfect. I just would have liked my bacon to be a little bit crispier. So I don't know, maybe next time I would partially cook it first on the pan and then put it on top. I'm not sure. It wasn't bad. I just would have preferred it more. So we're going to do 400 degrees for 20 minutes, then give everything a toss. Just a light toss. You don't have to fully mix it up, but just a little bit of a toss. Make sure nothing's sticking, and nothing did stick. This was pretty good. This was pretty good. And this whole dinner comes together in like maybe 45 minutes. And now we're going to top this with some cheese. I think I used Monterey Jack on this night. But you can use whatever you want, and we're just going to disperse that across and put this back in the oven for another 10 minutes. And here it is out of the oven. It smelled delicious. I don't know why I struggled with that word. It smelled delicious and it tasted so good. Highly recommend this recipe. Very quick and easy. Like I said, that's the theme for today's video. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And my husband's cooking in the background, so that's what that noise is about. But I've got to get this video done, so that's what we're going to do. Thanks for watching. See you next time.